Woo! Hello, everyone. It's Smokey's dad, Lucas Widman, live from the TMZ Newsroom for another beautiful day of TMZ Sports. Woo! We got Eric Wilson over there hyping me up. Let me tell you something about Eric Wilson. He is, I keep saying this.
He's what?
He's a nice guy. He's so fun.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. He's so
When
nice.
you say it like that, it actually sounds like a negative. Oh, he's a nice guy.
There's something about my delivery that I'm still working on. I wished Harvey a nice vacation a couple years ago.
Lucas has a very bad delivery.
And Babcock was like, why would you say that? And I was like, all I said was, have a nice trip.
It sounds so... It just doesn't sound genuine.
We have stories to talk about today. The main one, you've probably seen this all over social media, our exclusive interview with Dana White and why he had to make a call to the FBI over a fight from over the weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hi. Maybe in a second?
All right. I got take Lucas's mic down. I'll take over. Here, Lewis, I'll take over. What was Lucas saying? Oh, so yeah, this is actually a crazy story just because of what happened with the NBA last week with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, and now you've got another a major sports organization in America that has a betting scandal on their hands as well. So we actually spoke with Dana White. Dana White has not talked to anybody else except for TMZ Sports, so he broke his silence. He walked through everything that happened from getting a phone call on Saturday morning that maybe something was not right here with this fight to actually what happened after this fight and Dana White literally calling the FBI. So that's crazy right now, and everyone's talking about it, and we'll see ultimately what happens. The guy
that sounds like a big show to me, Babcock.
Big show, Mojo. Look, this guy has lost his job, but he may lose his freedom ultimately too. Now he's not been convicted, nothing like that. He hasn't even been charged with a crime. So we'll see what happens. But the FBI is investigating this guy, and whew, crazy.
No, I think it just gets, obviously blown up tenfold because of the whole NBA scandal going on.
Yes, I agree. Totally agree.
Man, it's like this, especially with UFC though, it's so individual. It's like, why would you even risk?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, financial gain to an extent, but like,
I think if he did it, I think that's got to be the reason. But
it's under such a microscope, it just doesn't make sense to me to like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what these athletes think. The guys, you're not just making your bet, and nobody is being alerted to these things. If something seems off. If a tremendous amount of money, if millions and millions of dollars are being bet on a fighter that nobody has ever heard of except this guy's mom and dad, like, come on.
And hours before, it's not like, because these cards are announced, not day of, obviously.
Right,
like you can bet.
All of a sudden, you got a guy who's a heavy favorite to win a fight.
And the plus odds must have been insane for this guy to get
to lose
first round. Right. Plus, because I've bet UFC before, and the odds of like that is, the equivalent of getting a first touchdown score.
I wish we could go back and look.
And the NFL.
I know, I agree, Luke. I'm really curious.
Exactly.
He was minus 250 to win the fight. So, to Luca's point, then for him not just to lose the fight, but lose the fight first round by a submission or by rear naked choke. I don't know exactly how specific it was. Yeah, so via submission. I don't know, plus...
It's probably a plus 700.
Yeah,
dude, that's one of those bets where you bet like $40 and then you walk home with $332,000.
Oh, for sure.
No, Roger, that's a one where you put like $1 on it, where you're just like, because the odds of that happening, even if you put $1 down, you're going to win like $100. Like that's a crazy bet to put down, and especially hours before, and then in volume enough to be able to alert. Because I've been during a Sean Strickland fight, we live bet a thing right before, like he'll win by KO or knockout, right? That's regular. It happens right before, hours before.
At least he's a star too.
Exactly. And happening hours before is completely different. It kind of adds a lot of elements to it.
I agree. No, I agree. But at least someone like that, okay, there's going to be a lot of action on a Sean Strickland fight because he's a star. This dude,
nobody bets on UFC fight night.
Dude, if you hear about this bet, if you hear that Dana White calls the fighter before, and I don't want to step on this too much because we're going to talk about this for the segment here, but if you're a fan at home and you know what the climate is these days, especially NBA now and you hear that Dana White makes a call, that might be enough for certain people to be like, all right, something's going, I'm going to put some money on this thing too, being on the outside. And then how out with this. It's interesting stuff.
It's
like the chain reaction.
And it's not just, like, okay, this guy's making some money. It's not like no harm, no foul. You got a lot of people out there. If you did bet on this fight, I mean, how crappy does that feel if you're somebody who lost money on this fight and you're like, hey, this was not on the up and up?
Especially in like these fight night cards, it's like it's a lot of up and comers trying to get a UFC contract. So it's like a lot of the times the favorites are heavy favorites.
Yeah.
They're better fighters, that have been working their way through.
Yep, totally.
There's not a lot of reason for, in these fights, I think, because I like to watch the UFC a fair amount. Yeah. Most of the time, the favorites always win. Yeah. Like it's at least in fight night, right? And main cards, that's a different story. Yeah. But these fights are set the way they are so they can get their UFC contracts. Yeah. And for you to put a ton of money on that, just doesn't make a lot of sense. To bet the opposite of the favorite.
Also, if you did bet, if this guy did in fact bet, he's 29 years old. He's in the UFC. You've got a potential to have a really nice long career. I mean, you've got guys who are fighting, into their 40s
as UFC fighters. By Paramount, so they're going to start making a lot more money getting into,
Dana White saved the UFC with a couple $1 million 25 years ago, and now they're selling media rights deals for over $1 billion a year. Just media rights deals. I mean, the UFC, there is so much money involved, and as a 29-year-old, and that's what this guy Dolgarian is. He's 29 years old. He could have potentially fought for a decade longer in the UFC, and he's already lost his job. And like we said, maybe he finds himself in a prison cell. We'll see.
It just seems such poor timing because especially now of all times, the UFC, we talked about this on previous streams. Like the UFC is lacking stars right now. It's not. There's not a lot of like huge names where you see a UFC 322. It's not going to be headlined by anybody crazy. Like John Jones is done. Yeah. The UFC is looking for the next like hungry star, the next person to promote. And it's like this would be the best time to be working your way up through the ranks to get a UFC contract. And you're just kind of, threw it away. Yeah. Allegedly threw it away.
Allegedly threw it away. Yep. Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
Want to get into this?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do the segment. Let's hear from Dana because this Dana stuff's great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love this Dana. This Dana clip is really good. You want me to walk, Steve? You said?
We can walk.
Yeah. Okay.
Walk in this segment.
Take that walk, baby.
Take the walk. That's how I get my steps in every day.
What's your step counter at?
Today?
7.
Oh, it's not going to be good, Mojo. Hang on.
7.
Hang on.
7.
Stand by. How dare you?
He
say
walked
7.
in, walked out.
Is this Banana Republic?
No.
J. Crew?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
My mom called out that you always have a jacket of some sort on.
Because my arm. Tell your mom that my arms are not right yet.
Yet. What do you want me to
Let me tell you guys something.
What do you want me to spit?
Have you ever had this cookie from
No,
Bristol?
did they?
This is from.
Do they have more?
What the hell is it
Is that
called?
Bristol Farms?
Yes.
Yeah, the Bristol Farms cookie is the best. We would walk from my school to there to go get that cookie.
Oh, that's the one I go to, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone told me about this recently. I never had it before.
Yeah.
It's the best cookie I've ever had.
All warm.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's the best cookie ever.
If you have a Bristol Farm, I never knew about Bristol Farms before coming to LA, but if you do have one, get the Bristol Farms
cookie.
cookie.
Go to the Bristol Farms and get the cookie.
So good.
I've never stepped foot in a Bristol Farms.
You want to try some of that cookie?
It's like a Whole Foods coated kind of like thing.
It's in the bakery section, so go to the bakery section.
Right when you walk in, you can smell it.
Yeah, I get the milk chocolate one, but they also have dark chocolate and they've got peanut butter too.
That reminds me, I have to pre-order my Thanksgiving dinner.
Lucas doesn't cook his Thanksgiving dinner.
I have
Chef Wood doesn't cook for Thanksgiving?
You're saying it like that when I would dog walk you in the kitchen on any day of the week.
Not dog walk.
Dang.
Do you want to have a dog walk in the kitchen?
Right.
This guy, that shows how sanitary his kitchen is, by the way. Guy's a walking food code violation.
Smokey's been getting up on the counters because he's got hops. He's got mad.
Really? His cat is running around on the counter, too. His cat hair.
You can't have that. That's too much. I'm not eating at your house, Lucas.
I was going to bring in goodies for everybody, and I was going to
happen.
ship some to you, Mojo, but forget it now.
Danny's
some
here.
grade A haters.
Danny, get ready to lose Pete Alonso to the Yankees.
That'll hurt more than getting my heart broken.
I want the Yankees to sign Pete Alonso, the Mets star, because the Mets stole Juan Soto. So I really want it to happen just for that. Very true.
All right, Babcock, you ready to do UFC?
Jose's not here, guys. But tomorrow we'll get back on schedule with Jose. But yeah.
You don't like fish? Is it raw fish?
Okay, Steve. Is that my little card on there, Lucas? With
little card?
My little, my buck slip, as it's called. No, yeah. What I wrote on. Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Same thing I said on live?
Yeah, this is probably going to be all of A. I don't know. Let's just react to it. I'll set up everything that happened first, and then maybe I'll throw to Dana, and then we talk after.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good, Steve. Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. Just days after a betting scandal rocked the NBA, well, it's the UFC's turn now because there is a UFC fight and a UFC fighter, or maybe I should say former UFC fighter because he has since been cut, who is under an enormous amount of scrutiny, so much so that the literal FBI is actually investigating right now. This is a really wild story. So we have spoken with Dana White. Of course, Dana White is the UFC's, the head honcho over there. He runs everything. And we're actually going to hear from him in just a second here. It's the first time Dana has spoken about this. But first, let's set this thing up. So there was a UFC card on Saturday. It's not one of the numbered main events. It was a fight night. There was a guy by the name of Isaac Dugarian, who was fighting on the card. If you say, who's that? I've never heard of him. Well, a lot of people hadn't heard of him. He's a 29-year-old fighter. He doesn't have an enormous amount of experience. He's a guy who was sort of on the come up. But he was a talented fighter who was expected to win. It wasn't just the experts that thought he was going to win the fight. The odds makers did too. He was a minus 250 favorite to win the fight. That means that you have to you have to wager $250 just to win $100 back. All to say, again, that he was a pretty sizable favorite here. Well, what happens when he ultimately fights Saturday night? He loses. He loses in the first round, and he loses by submission. Now, the fight looked strange, so strange that the announcers even pointed out that, hey, that's not how you would defend that particular move. It just didn't look right. Well, we hear after the fight that there was some alleged suspicious bets that were placed on that bout, and that the FBI had actually been contacted and had launched an investigation. That brings us now to Dana White. So we had an opportunity Tuesday night to speak with Dana White, and we asked him, break down what happened, Dana, from Saturday morning to today. And, well, this story is wild.
Probably about 1 o'clock that day, we're with a company called IC360, and they are the best bet monitoring company in the business. And they reached out to us and they told us that there was some unusual action going on with that fight. Do we know anything? You know, we didn't. So what we did was we called the fighter and his lawyer and said, what's going on? There's some weird action going on in your bet. Weird betting action going on in your fight. Are you injured? Do you owe anybody money? Has anybody approached you to, and the kid said, no, absolutely not. I'm going to kill this guy. And, so we said, okay. The fight plays out, and first round finish by rear naked choke. Literally the first thing we did was call the FBI. So we called the FBI. I've met with the FBI twice today. If you try to do this, I've been very vocal and very open about this. We will be your worst enemy. We will immediately go after you, guns a-blazing, with the FBI and whoever else we need to get, and we will do everything we can to make sure you go to prison. And I'm not saying this kid's guilty. You know what I mean? There's no proof that he's done this yet, but I can tell you this, it doesn't look good. It definitely doesn't look good.
So, to boil down what Dana said there, you've got this guy who is a favorite, who is fighting in a couple hours. This is Saturday. All of a sudden, there's an enormous amount of bets that are placed not on this guy to win the fight, but on this guy to not only lose, but also lose in the first round by submission. There are people, there are organizations out there, and Dana said he works with the best one out there, that monitor bets. And if they see something that doesn't look right, what might not look right? Well, a guy that most people have never heard of with all of this action all of a sudden on his fight, and something that is not expected to happen. It's not like the money was going on him to win, which was what is expected to happen, right? No, they're betting on him to lose in the first round. So Dana White's UFC calls the dude and says, hey, everything good? Anything wrong here that might have people betting against you? And he says, nah, I'm good. I'm going to kick this guy's ass. And what do you know, Lucas? First round, he loses by submission. And I think at that point, Dana White must have said, well, I'll be damned. Something's not right here. And they literally call the FBI that night.
And you can tell with Dana White, the entire time that he's been the head of UFC, he has had this no-nonsense approach to being a leader there. Yeah. And this just goes to show, like, he means business about this. If anyone is guilty here, I feel bad for them because they also have to face, the legal ramifications, but then they also have to answer to Dana White, which is almost just as terrifying because he calls the FBI right after. I mean, this is something that he wants to make sure that the UFC has a clean image and that no one ever questions what they're looking at inside the octagon. So this could be a huge snowball thing, or this could be nipped right in the bud, and that's exactly what Dana White is doing.
What's that? Read that. What's that say?
We are going to get this guy if he did it. And guy, translate that into a F word.
Yeah. So they're hellbent, Mojo. Again, and Dana said it at the end of the clip. We're not saying that this guy did it because we just don't know, but it does not look good at all right now. Very suspicious, to say the least.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that part for a second. What is the possibility here that he wasn't involved? And this is an absolutely awful coincidence. I mean, it's certainly possible. It's definitely not likely, but it's possible. Who knows, man? If you got the freaking FBI calling you, you got Dana White calling you, you got this other company calling you, you've been training for this fight for a while, and then all of a sudden, these people are all in your head, and now it's not only about winning or losing. You go out there and you're like, if I get submitted in the first round, I'm going to jail for something that I had nothing to do with. There's the possibility that maybe messed up his head to the point where somehow he opened himself up for this, trying to protect against it, threw his game plan out the window, and a mistake happened. Is that likely? Absolutely not. What's the likelihood? The likelihood says that this guy is probably implicated, but we cannot say that for sure. His reaction after submitting was kind of interesting to me. I don't know if I just got submitted and embarrassed in the first round and I just get up and walk off like that. I don't know if that's going to be my reaction, especially with those phone calls that happened beforehand. Man, I might start panicking if that's me. Like, I'm doomed. I'm totally screwed. Career over. Might be going to prison. No chance I'm getting. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting up off the canvas like that. But at the end of the day, they are going to dig into this. They are likely to find out what happened. The timing is just awful. I don't know why you would go down this route and bet at a time when this is a very touchy issue and the NBA is already dealing with this. It's already out into the open. This is already headline news, so people are going to be more sensitive to this. The whole thing is just very, very, very unusual. And again, not looking good for old Isaac.
Yeah, and I think it's really important. Betting's not going away. Betting is going to be here, and as a matter of fact, it's not going to get smaller. It's going to continue to get bigger. We sit in a state right now that doesn't have legalized sports gambling in California. It is going to come to all 50 states. You can bet on that. The money is too great. The tax money is too much. It's going to be everywhere before you know it. So the leagues need to find a way to get a handle on this, because if there's one thing that can kill a sports franchise, kill an MMA promotion, it's fans out there believing that fights are rigged. So the league's got to get this under control, but gambling's going to be here to stay. So I don't know what the answers are. I just know it's not a good thing. The Dana told us, we didn't show you in the clip, but Dana told us that yesterday, on Tuesday, he had met with the FBI on 2 different occasions, and he had a phone conversation with Kash Patel, the FBI's director. So Dana White, the UFC, and the FBI taking this very seriously. There is a lot left to answer, a lot of questions left unanswered in this story. Stay tuned.
People need to realize, and I'm not saying anyone is guilty here, like Dana said, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
But they need to realize how easy it is. Like the Jonte Porter situation. First of all, who has ever placed a bet on Jonte Porter?
Yeah.
Second of all, when there is hundreds of thousands of dollars being placed on one obscure bet at one time, that gets flagged immediately.
Yeah.
There are organizations that exist solely for that reason.
Yep. Right. And also, like, if you make the bet on even the DraftKings or FanDuel or whoever you're using, they don't want to lose money. So if somebody's making these outrageous bets on some fight and it looks weird to them, they're going to say, like, hey, we don't want to pay out money on a bullshit fight. Like,
no, I mean, it's like it's crazy that they got in contact with Bulgarian before the fight.
Yeah.
And they told him what the bet was.
That would have been the time for him to come clean,
like,
right?
No, yeah, like or even just like don't do it. Like
don't do it.
Maybe if you did do it, like cool, but make it to the second
round. For your
round.
life, man.
Right. That's the one
That's true.
thing.
He did say that.
I'll be very careful with my words here. And I don't know. We don't know. Betting, gambling, and just look at the Chauncey Billups and Rozier story. That involved 4 of the 5 major crime families from New York City. There was a lot of shady people in especially in illegal gambling, but also sometimes in gambling.
Actual gambling.
And
take a loan out, you go.
I could see. What do you do if you're the fighter and you've already agreed to do something, and then the UFC comes to you? Do you feel like, okay, I could lose my job, I could potentially go to prison, or maybe I could get hurt physically if I don't go through? I don't know, but this is craziness.
Yeah, it's just like I don't understand why you go through with it then if you already are knowing you're getting flagged for it.
Right.
Because it's like
unless you're really scared for.
Yeah, that's the thing is like it's that's the only explanation, right? Like because otherwise, if you not a lot of people get that warning.
Right. No,
to be able to say like, hey, we're just checking in on you. But like exactly. So like because I don't think in any other gambling probe situation like this we've ever talked about has there been a warning beforehand.
Never. I've never heard of that before.
So it's like it's never they didn't go to Jonte Porter saying, hey, somebody bet your over on points this game, when you knew that never happens.
Never.
So it has to be something like that. But I agree, Joe, I think it is too much of a coincidence. I think something's for sure going on there. And yeah, Dana doesn't want to, I mean, he just signed this huge deal with Paramount. That'll, hopefully start paying the fighters.
Yeah.
It completely legitimized the UFC even more than it already had been. It was on the rise, but to get an over $1 billion a year for TV rights.
Well, the UFC sold just, 10 years ago, the UFC sold for $4 billion. And I remember at the time, that's when Dana owned part of the UFC and he cashed out then. And I think people looked at that and were like, oh my God, the UFC's worth $4 billion. Now they're getting paid $1 billion plus, $1.1 billion a year just to air the fights.
Yeah. I mean, the league is complete from where it was even like 3 years ago. It was completely blown up into a different stratosphere, at least money-wise.
I agree.
And it's like to have a controversy like this, less than a month or so after that acquisition happens.
Yeah, it's not great.
It definitely isn't good because, like you said, you hit it on the head. It can destroy the sport. But Two Words has a question for you, Mojo. He asked. He said, is betting on the WWE safe, even though the booker knows the outcome? Would it still be questionable? Like, I'm also curious about that. How does that work?
Do they take bets?
I don't know if I'm not. I'm assuming they.
I don't know.
I think they do, right?
I know the answer here.
Okay.
First of all, this is 2 words. I was about to bring this up earlier, so I'm glad you did now. Not all companies carry pro wrestling, but there are some that do. They cap it, and the cap I don't think is very high at all. So no one's playing big money. And I think they'll do it on the fights, but also another fun one would be, the Royal Rumble or the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at Mania, something that involves 30 or 30 plus people, because then it's a little bit more interesting.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that being said, not to go ahead and peel back the curtain too much, but I can tell you that the finishes change all the time. And whereas things leak from backstage constantly, they flip those finishes all the time. So in WWE, if Dana White would have gotten that call, they would have changed the finish right there. You know, if there was a whole bunch of weird, I mean, they might change it. I don't know what the legality would be on
theoretically,
something
Mojo,
like that.
you don't even know for a certainty what's going to happen, even if you want, and I know there's nothing you would obviously do and not suggesting anyone does, but even if you said, hey, I know how this fight's going to end, I go make some easy money for myself. You're not even certain of that because it could change like that.
No, I mean, like if it was my mom, if it was like, say, my mom or someone that, you know, really needed money and I wanted to tell them to bet on me. I would still be scared to because, I mean, they don't flip the finishes too often.
Right.
But I mean, at least through the course of a day, my match has changed 12 times in one day before. Different people, different opponents, different terms, who's winning, who's losing, how long.
That's crazy.
These things change constantly. So it would be very difficult to go ahead and put that bet in. Plus, I've been in matches where the finish changed while we were out there wrestling.
Really?
And the ref has the earpiece in to the coaches in the back, and they signal something and they change it. I mean, they do that all the time with adding or cutting time. But they have changed the finish before while we've been out there. Plus, if you're in the Royal Rumble and there's 30 of you in there, like when I was in it, I didn't know who was going to win. Like I just knew
you just know
who
your
I
part.
was eliminating and who was eliminating me.
Okay.
And then I have to watch the end like a fan. I mean, sometimes you have an idea, but they don't everybody in the match. They only tell the people that they have to tell.
So is that what they do? They tell you who you're going to eliminate and who's going to... That
interesting.
Makes sense.
So they'll have a list in the back with the 30 names, the entrance order, and who's putting who out.
Wow.
Oh, that's okay. So that makes sense.
So, all right, like, yo, Mojo, you're coming in at number 4, and by, you know, before number 11 comes out, you need to be out.
Well, yeah, Joey Hernandez, WWE's already predetermined. Yeah, that's what we're talking. You know, kind of talking about how the betting aspect of that works. But do you know what? Is it a major book that like carries those bets, Mojo? Do you know if that's like
I see DraftKings doesn't. I looked at DraftKings doesn't.
Okay.
Which I understand.
I don't think they do. Let me look.
Yeah, because I'm curious.
This is the one cool part about the live is I can go to my laptop.
Yeah, I'm sure some online. I'm sure, or offshore, you could probably find.
Yeah, like one I think about is like would a Prize Picks or something like that, you know, which is like obviously a different. I mean, it's technically what's fantasy sports or whatever,
fantasy,
but I wonder how that would change. Because I don't.
Bet USA, Bet Winner, LV Bet, V Bet. Those are some. I haven't heard of almost.
Yeah,
any
I haven't heard of any of those.
Let's ask Chat GPT.
That's 2 words.
Yeah. 2 words.
2 words. We saw your.
We're looking at your Instagram story.
What?
It's just it's a picture of him completing the heart with Chef Wid.
That's what I love that.
About. Steve, is Taylor Lewan
let's
A1,
move on
A2?
to the wedding of the century.
Okay, is it A2 or B1?
B1.
B1,
Welcome
okay.
back, Taylor Lewan, host of Bustin' with the Boys.
2 words. You're the best.
Okay. We had to ask him about the wedding.
Taylor Lewan, okay.
Tried to get him to leak the date.
Okay.
Is what the question was.
Okay. And how does it start again, Steve? What's the question? About when it is?
He got the invite exactly. What's the date? Does he have to save the date yet?
Okay, got it. Okay. Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. I mean, well,
not everything.
Yeah.
We'll talk after this.
I heard.
Okay.
But it does sound like it's legit. It's
no, I get it. I'm not taking it personally.
Happy about it, but it's yeah. I can start. Yeah, I'll start. He's drinking. He's thirsty. He's very thirsty.
I'm always
thirsty.
He's
very thirsty.
Parched.
Okay.
Berry cucumber?
So good.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. It's the hottest invitation. It's going to be the hottest invite. Sports, entertainment, I mean, period. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding. We obviously know that just a couple of months ago, they got engaged. It was, I mean, you know, break the internet. It's thrown around too much these days, but I think in this case, it actually may have broken the internet. It took Instagram down. I mean, millions and millions of likes. Everybody wants to go to this wedding. Well, somebody who very well may be there is former Pro Bowl tackle, and guys really turned into with Bussin' with the Boys. One of the big guys, one of the really most influential people in sports media, Taylor Lewan. We spoke with Taylor a little bit earlier today. He's had Travis on the podcast before. They're friends. I would think that there's a good chance he's going to get an invite. So with that in mind, we asked him, that save the date come through yet?
I do not know when they're getting married. I do know that I fully expect a wedding invitation from Travis. He's been on the show multiple times. Travis, I've known Travis for 12 years now. And the cool thing about Travis is he has not changed. Like you're marrying the biggest superstar in the world. You have the #1 sports podcast in the entire world. He's a guy that he's just one of the boys. And that's something that when he first started dating Taylor, and I was texting him like, hey, would you come on the show during Tight End University? He's like, yeah, absolutely, I'll come in. This was me kind of taking a step back, being like, is he going to be the same guy? And, luckily he absolutely was. He's been incredible. I'm super happy for the two of them. I was able to be around both of them at the same time during the last Tight End University. You can't see a couple that's more in love than that, other than my wife and myself. But, we're not, selling a lot of magazines with our names. But very happy for the two of them, fully expecting a wedding invitation.
Awesome. Yeah, if they're
fully expecting Travis Kelce to have a mustache as well. Like Travis, he's had a mustache every November. I know he uses his Gillette razors. Like Travis needs to, this month of November, like that's going to see, have you changed or not? Like, do you have a mustache in November or not?
Just real quick, two things. First of all, I think he said that you will not see a couple more in love and then realize, like, oh, shoot, like my wife could get mad here. So he quickly tried, besides me and my wife. And then there's a real pro. He was doing something for Gillette, and he worked in his plug into the Taylor Swift soundbite. So that's a pro, Taylor Lewan there. That was funny stuff, though. And I think everyone's going to want to be invited, though. I don't know how you make the cut. You're going to have 10,000 people at this wedding.
I'm trying to think, Babcock, are you going to be invited? Because once upon a time,
sure.
maybe I think 4 years ago, when Travis Kelce was promoting LG TVs, he was talking to you. Everyone's pitching something.
Everyone's pitching something.
You had a great conversation with him. I mean, I feel like when he's talking...
Some people have said we were best friends.
Trying to make the cuts and everything, figuring out where the seating arrangements are. I think you could end up at Taylor Lewan's table.
Well, I would view that as an insult. Honestly, if I'm not at Taylor and Travis's table, I'm not going to even go.
Bust.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I mean, I think I might have to show up. I mean, I might have to. I mean, they're talking about
body double, Mojo.
I might have to buzz my head. I might have to be a stand-in at the wedding. I don't know. He's going to have a lot of stuff going on. He might need his twin brother there. So I might be going not like on a personal level, but more on a professional level. I am curious to know the final guest count. I mean, whittling down that wedding.
I don't know.
I think maybe 2,500. To be completely honest.
I don't know, man. They might go for like 50.
Have this at Arrowhead Stadium.
But just his teammates alone, Mojo, right? It's like, how do you not?
Because that makes it easy. Because then you can just say, hey, it's family. I got like 5 friends each on each side, and that's that. And then, everyone's feelings are removed because they know it was a small, intimate, blood-only kind of situation. So in that way, it makes this whole thing easier. Otherwise, what? You're going to invite every one of their business contacts? Like, that's clearly not going to happen. That wedding would be 1 billion people. Think about how many people have played with them or worked with either of them throughout their careers. That's a forever way. I mean, I was worried about that too, from football on all these teams that carry 100 players on each team, and then wrestling for 10 years, and then all my personal stuff, man, I was about to sweat bullets, and then it's like, you know what? We're going to get married in Italy on 7 weeks' notice, and we're going to have 60, 70 people there, and that's it. Made the whole situation so easy.
That's why Lucas didn't get an invite.
Yeah. Mojo, by the way, you're not going to get invited to my wedding, so it's all good.
Well, I want to point out that
you're not going to get married or invited to anything. Not even my 34th birthday.
The entire TMZ Sports team, and not one of you showed up because you said you had to work. Just saying.
We had to work. We had to work.
Did you?
I worked at
It was
the
in
wedding.
Italy.
I filmed the show that day.
It was
Wait,
in Italy.
Hold on. Mojo,
I had to be here.
You told Babcock to invite everybody?
No.
I invited y'all live on the show.
Okay, you're just getting a pity invite now. I actually got an invite.
That's true. I actually asked Babcock to be my best man.
So let me go down the list. I have like 2 events a year. One is for my birthday.
Oh, we gotta get Mojo at your Christmas party.
You're not invited to that. You're also not invited to Holiday on Hauser.
No, yes he is.
You've come to 0 of my parties, Lucas. And I throw fantastic parties.
Not as good as mine.
Can you please have Mojo at the holiday party?
No.
I'll tell you why I don't want to come to your parties, because I've been to the TMZ holiday party once, and most of you partied like crap. And I said, these are guys I want to work with, but I don't want to party with.
Mojo, that's because you and I haven't partied together yet.
Yeah, we got the young buck over here, Mojo. That's what you need.
Mojo, I'm ready to learn.
You'll be the first one passed out, bucko.
All right, Mojo. Hey, I was going to say I'm going to learn from the best, but I don't know.
Hey, I'll say this. I know a few of the TMZ Sports staff that came to my bachelor party, though. I'll tell you that much.
I wasn't invited to that either.
Well, listen.
Mojo.
You guys didn't know each other as well. Now
Don't
you guys
make
are like
me
best
name
friends.
names, because I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the guys that party.
We're not like that, Mojo. We're not like that. I get it.
Connor.
It's strictly business.
Connor was
strictly
there.
business.
Connor was.
Their names rhyme with Babcock, Boldberg,
Babcock. Hey, I've
Burley.
been called that before. Just kidding, never.
Babcock. There we go.
Oh, by the way, Mojo, you're talking
That's
about
a pretty
looking
good
like
name,
Travis.
actually. We might have to hold on to that
That's
one.
not too bad.
Last night I watched.
Babcock is like 4 years old.
I can
It's been
picture Ralph
Babcock for
then.
like 4 years because of Roberto. Now Fabcock is the one.
Last night on the Netflix, I watched a Nickelback documentary, and the entire time I was thinking about you.
Oh, they
Mojo.
have that? They have one of those?
Yeah, it's called like Hate or Love, Nickelback. First, like
Well, that defines your guys' relationship.
half an hour, 45 minutes was really good and interesting. Like
I'm going to watch that.
talking about like the origins of Nickelback and how they got together. And
What are the origins of Nick?
like,
I never thought of that.
So
I just enjoy the music.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Yeah, I don't know the origins.
off
Right?
their origins.
but the album that has Rockstar and like all those
great.
songs,
Great
5
song.
#1 singles on it. It's
Really?
one of the most
They don't get the respect they
selling
deserve.
albums of all time. And it's so fascinating to see like just the rise from How You Remind Me, which was on the radio waves. I think they said on average it played somewhere in the world once every 3 minutes. That's how big it was. Like songs are big and everything, and with social media and the internet, the numbers have gotten crazier. But in that time, that is insane to me.
I really have an urge to play it right now, but I won't because
It is such a great song.
we can't afford it.
And they were just like also
Maybe
breaking
I'll
down.
sing it.
I would have loved to have heard like from like some music experts and stuff, but just talking about how they played it so safe for several albums that is what got everyone to turn on them. Like they didn't try anything experimental. They kept the same sound, and it was like this is.
I don't know what it says about us. That no, I'm enjoying it. I know. I just don't know.
Oh,
We're doing a review of a Nickelback documentary.
But the reason why I was talking about this is because Mojo. I mean, when he puts his hair down,
what?
I thought it was Chad Kruger.
Yeah, it does look like a buff Chad Kruger.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
look
you
at
go.
that. Look at that muscle. Look at that.
If Chad Kruger was more.
I
handsome.
forgot to open the blind in the office.
Yeah.
I look really pale when it's closed, and when I open, I look like a bronze perfection. So
bronze perfection.
dang it!
I don't know.
I look like Arnold on show day.
I was also watching a bit of the Devo documentary before
What's
Jim
that?
walked in. Devo is like, they were way ahead of their time.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait,
Do you guys like 3 Doors Down?
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
Hey, speaking of which, we need a team name, guys.
Yeah.
Team name?
All right,
We had all these team names
no
on the
invite.
old style
Yeah,
show.
I know. Yeah.
Team RSVP, no.
Team RSVP, no.
Maybe we throw that one to the chat to help us
Yeah.
out.
Come up with a name
Yeah,
for us.
come up with the team name.
Who's hotter invitation? Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, or Taylor Swift and Travis
I
Kelce.
would much rather go to
yeah, because
Kelce's
wasn't like Bezos and them, their whole thing was that they were just inviting like a ton of people to make it seem like they had like friends. Like, that's what I read.
People they've never hung out with before.
Yeah, it's like they invited Sydney Sweeney, and it's like she'd like never spoken to them before.
I think that's where Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun met.
Hit her off.
Well, there you go.
Hey, speaking of weddings, I learned this fairly recently, which means I probably wronged a lot of people for a while. But Grace was telling me that if you get invited to a wedding, you have to send a gift, even if you don't go.
Oh, I'm inviting everybody if I ever get married.
Well, some people do that. They invite 1,000 people that they know will never show up at the wedding, and then they get gift cards and money back and gifts because the person doesn't even know. It's their assistants handle it. It's automatic.
You know who got married in January of 2020?
Who?
And they just had a baby in July. Tim Tebow.
Timmy Tebow.
Oh, congratulations.
Denver
Steve,
legend.
Way to keep us on track.
Yeah, we're like 40 minutes
We'll try to knock these out
before Babcock has to go talk to Washington, D.C.
If Lucas says one more thing about Nickelback.
Dude, we're gonna have to rock it through the rest of this if we're gonna get it done before.
Hey, chat, if you guys want, leave a comment if you want to see Babcock do the Tebow at the end of the segment when during the transition. We'll take a tally.
Yeah. We've done 2 segments only.
Only 2, but I think we're gonna only do 4 today. So okay, so Tim Tebow.
2 more, and then the last one will be real short.
Okay.
So this is Tim Tebow in New York City, and we had to ask him about being a dad.
Daphne Rain Tebow. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Tim Tebow. Huge year for Tim Tebow and his beautiful wife, Demi, because just this summer, on July 6th to be exact, they welcomed their very first child, an adorable baby girl named Daphne Rain Tebow. So you've got a new mom, you've got a new dad, many changes for their family. What's life like for them now? Well, not so much practice anymore for Tim Tebow, not so much throwing the football, but he's very busy. We actually ran into Tim Tebow yesterday in New York City, and on the heels of having Daphne, we asked, hey, what's it like being a dad? Watch this.
Good job. Fatherhood. How's it going? Like, how does it feel?
It is awesome. It is one of the biggest blessings in life.
Well, you look well rested, so you must be getting sleep.
Do I?
So
I don't know about that.
What do you want for your baby girl's future? What do you see her doing? I mean, to be a mom like her mom, act like her dad.
I want her to just know that she is loved and she is priceless to God, and that she would always know that.
We love that for you. Oh my God. Well, what's the hardest part about being a dad?
Thank you. Appreciate you. Just trying to do everything to protect her.
He's just the best guy ever. But it's awesome.
He really is. And when we were writing the story, it's like Tim Tebow is such a great guy, and I can only imagine him being a dad and just like always just being like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And what's really cool is Daphne's going to be able to look back in a few years, or maybe 10 or so, and like Google her dad's name, and maybe she'll come up across our story and be like, wow, Dad, that was like really cool. But you know, people talk about TMZ and all these headlines and stuff all the time. This is a good one,
That's a fun one. Yeah. He's great, Mojo.
Girl dads, bro. We need like a hand signal for the girl dads out here. This is awesome. And that video is everything. The baby just passed out, mouth just wide open. My little Nova's coming up on, it'll be a year later on this month. And man, it goes fast. So a month later, he's going to be looking at this, just laughing at how small she is right now. But yeah, you said it. I mean, everything changes. Sleep absolutely goes out the window. And I mean, this is Tim Tebow we're talking about here. It doesn't have like a normal work schedule, right? Like this dude is all over the place. He has his business and his partnerships. He has a lot of responsibilities. And then he's got to acclimate to being a new dad, and everything changes. But I mean, I got to feel like if there's one athlete out there that was just waiting for this moment, for this kind of wholesome family feel, I mean, it's got to be that guy, right? So he's been prepared for this one his whole life. Glad it's finally happening for him. And yeah, Who knows? Maybe little Daphne's going to watch that interview down the line. That's going to be a really cool thing for her.
That's really sweet. I was going to say, life comes at you fast. He was a virgin just a few years ago, but then you made that super sweet comment.
He was waiting his whole life. He really was.
Well, actually, that plays into this.
What
Tim Tebow, did you get the job done on your first try?
What did they call that Florida Gators team he was on?
I don't know.
Oh, it wasn't like half the people on that Florida Gators team all ended up in like prison.
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
There was like
there's a lot of Aaron Hernandez and Tim Tebow stories.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the chat spoke. They want you to hit a little Tebow.
I don't remember what the
what
is it again?
Right?
Yeah, that's the Tebow right there.
Tebow, or is that Colin Kaepernick you just did there?
What?
You just kneeled. That's what Colin Kaepernick did.
Yeah, Tim Tebow was.
Tim Tebow was doing it for the glory of God.
That would have been like his Jordan logo, by the way, if he would have had an NFL career similar to his college career, by the way.
Because I was in like middle school when that was going on, like when Tim Tebow was like on the Broncos and everything, and everyone in every classroom, every kid would just walk around, just be like, just hit a little Tebow. It was like
I always said the Jaguars
should
have drafted him.
Yeah.
The Jaguars should have drafted him, kept him in Florida. They would have sold out every game the entirety of the time he was there. They already were not a great team at the time, so, like expectations were already lower on them. They needed a quarterback anyways. They ended up taking, I'll never forget, because I remember thinking that was just such a missed opportunity. What was it? Tyson Alu? I can't remember how to say his name. The defensive tackle that
you're right. They would have sold out. That would have just for tickets and jerseys. It would have been crazy.
Oh, it would have been huge for Florida. Yeah.
I do
and
wonder
that's a franchise that could have used that at the time too.
Yeah,
before
right.
They had
when nobody
their big runs.
They were totally irrelevant. Watching him beat the Steelers though, that game.
Yeah, I remember that right over the top.
Oh man.
That was Tim Tebow has won a playoff game as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. I do wonder if Tim would have been open to playing a different position if
a tight end or
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably what it would have
been a good tight end.
Yeah,
well, didn't he do that? Didn't he wasn't he
with the Jags, that's what he tried to do.
Did he?
I think that is.
He was
he
number
played
85 and
remember he came. Urban Meyer got the job in Jacksonville, and Tebow became a tight end.
That was just a few years too late.
I was testing you guys.
That was just a few years too late. I feel like
and they didn't invite him to tight end university.
Right.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's take a quarterback and have him block people.
Tim Tebow, though, I remember those pictures.
Center.
If we have those pictures of like Tim Tebow, like when he was on that, he was huge. He looked like
he
looked
was
massive.
Buff. Remember? Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe that. I'm trying to think if this was the cover of the paper. Tim Tebow running in the rain. You guys remember that? No? Never mind.
I remember him running into the outfield wall when he was trying out for the Mets.
Oh my God. Tim Tebow has like a sneaky, very interesting career. Like I think a lot of people kind of stopped paying attention to him after he left the Broncos.
Yeah, I think so too.
But then he went and played for the Jets, the Eagles, the Patriots, a bunch of other random franchises, and then went and played baseball for both the Mets.
New York Mets. I was really hoping he was going to make the big league team.
That would have been. I mean, shoot,
that would have been great.
Tebow couldn't get NFL, but glad he could get a wedding ring. Yeah, I mean, shout out Tim Tebow. Seems like just a very quality person.
He does so much stuff for kids with special needs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great dude.
Another
he really
guy that
is
late for
who you
stunt
think
double.
I think that that Florida team siphoned all the good energy just into Tim Tebow, and then all the negative stuff went to everybody else on that team.
And that actually sticks with the theme because Lath always said how he ends up stunt doubling for all the big white tight ends. So Gronk, Kelce, Tebow falls into that.
Oh, are these the pictures of?
So we got a Philly fan in here right now.
There was one picture of him.
What do you think about the Eagles?
When he was on the Jags as the tight end. That one where he just looks like a humongous human being.
Just huge.
Not caught up on football.
Oh yeah, it's that picture. That's the second picture.
I think Jalen Hurts is very
where his arms just look
that
like.
Kind of stream?
Sure.
Look
at that.
The Phillies
right there.
I'm upset with them right now. What else sports stuff can I say?
Wrestling. You like wrestling?
Wrestling. Yeah, check out the TMZ Inside the Ring podcast, hosted by our boys Branson and Roger. They just had Dave.
I'll take just one Coke can.
That's not out yet. They just had
one Coke can.
Strike for the record.
Even like a little Coke
great
can?
episodes. Check it out. There you go. Hey, bye.
So Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Favorite wrestler of all time, Kurt
Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kurt Angle's my guy. You know that?
Tell him to leave the octagon now. That's insulting.
Really?
I love him.
Even though I love Kurt Angle.
Not like that. Not like that.
It should have been me, bro.
He gave me the time of day when no one else would have.
He's the nicest.
Yeah.
He's a very nice guy.
I accidentally
Gold medalist.
I accidentally texted him one time. I took a screenshot.
You have his number?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
We're boys. I legitimately mean that. I could call him right now and he'd be like, "Why are you calling me?"
If you FaceTime Kurt Angle right now.
Yeah, FaceTime Kurt right now.
I'm sorry, guys. That's like my goat. But yeah, if you ever,
Yeah.
They want
If I
to
ever
throw
talk
a
to him
dog
again, I'll let you.
and you want me to,
Lucas Raymond,
Yes, Steve?
will you talk to Mojo about Freddie Freeman's worm?
Wait, you just broke up.
Will you talk to Mojo about Freddie Freeman?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
You mean the worm?
The worm, yep.
Let's do it. Come on with it, Lucas.
2.5 minutes here, Lucas. So you'll do welcome back. You could toss to it. You guys could have some fun, and you could say goodbye. 2.5 minutes.
Say goodbye to?
Yeah, you could say goodbye.
Wow, we must have gone heavy on those other ones.
Say goodbye.
Well, let's freaking do it, Lucas. I've been waiting for this one. This is a redemption segment.
Redemption?
Yeah, because I buried the Dodgers for their weak party skills. So
oh no, this
maybe
made up
this will
for it.
change that. We'll see once we see the video.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay for you?
Yeah. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Lucas Widman here. The Dodgers are still celebrating their World Series championship, rightfully so. But there was one guy who was the star of the show on the dance floor Monday night after their post-parade party hosted by Mookie Betts. That is Freddie Freeman, because somehow, apparently, this guy can do the perfect worm. Check out the video of this. I mean, when you talk about technique and anything like that, Freddie Freeman's got it right.
Freddie dance. Yeah, we need this. We need this. We need this.
Some things to dissect here, Mojo. Not only the worm, executed to perfection, but then the mini twerk afterward. And this wasn't just the worm from Freddie. It was, they like got into a time machine and did all the classic dances from over the years. They did the Crank That Soulja Boy. They did swag surfing. I mean, everyone had to have been just having the time of their lives Monday night.
Obviously, you guys know how I felt about the Dodgers. Fantastic team. Obviously got the job done in thrilling fashion. Held it down for America over Canada, which made it even better. But absolutely lousy celebrations. The parade was, the party skills were just embarrassing to me. I was very disappointed. But Freddie putting the team on his back and delivering here. I love it as an expert partier and performer. Let me break this one down for you. I love the change of gears. Everyone knows he's about to bust a move, but he didn't rush right into it. You know, he slow stepped it in the beginning, kind of primed the stage, got the vibe right, and then boom, just dove into the worm and hit it perfectly. If he would have been spazzing out before that, it would have stepped on the worm and it wouldn't have delivered as big. Great mobility by this man. I loved the finish in the straddle. Also, really good. Walking his hands back into the next move. We're continuing on the flow. Everything's building. The twerk was an absolute whiff. An absolute toot in the wind to me, if you're asking me. But overall, I'm not going to let that detract. That's why I'm going to give him an A-. The subpar twerk is the reason for the minus. Otherwise, this would have been an A+ in my book. But fantastic partying, Lucas.
Well, Mojo, how about on tomorrow's show, we put your worm and twerking skills to the test for our entire audience. Maybe you do it on the stream. Make sure you guys check that out as well. That's going to be it for today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow where Mojo.
Spoiler alert, not happening. PG show, Lucas. I don't want to get fired.
Is it going to be
The worm dance move.
The best show
I'm gonna
since
just
today.
clarify that. That's not my move. That's not my wheelhouse. I also don't like to copy other people's moves. That's a personal thing for me.
You want me to do something different? Oh, you do have an out. Oh.
What happened?
Just tried to
I also went heavy on that. Sorry, but you guys got me talking about partying and dancing.
Because you said we were going to say a goodbye with that.
No, I know. Luke, you did it. You teed Mojo up. Mojo didn't take it.
Mojo's just mad because I'm not going to invite him to anything anymore.
Lucas, I don't want the food you're going to serve me with paw prints in it and freaking cat turds that have been sitting on your floor for days
by the way,
because you didn't want to take out the trash. I'm not eating at your house, buddy. I like you, but I'm not eating.
No update on that. For some reason, my trip to the dumpster in the morning just vanished from my memory. I definitely took it out yesterday morning, so there was no issue with that. Okay. Second of all, if you get a cat hair in your food, is it the worst thing in the world? Come on.
I probably wouldn't notice.
It's not like they did it on purpose.
I would. I'm a foodie. I'm a Michelin man, Lucas. That's what you don't know about me.
Michelin man? You selling tires now?
I'm a Michelin man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're definitely not.
Whip it like a chef. I'm a 5-star Michelin.
No, that's 3 stars. See, you don't know what we're talking about, Lucas.
It is a song, Mojo. Get off my back.
It's a 3-star system, Lucas. Then you got Beep Gourmand, and then you got Unlisted.
Take it up with Felix from Stray Kids. It's his lyric.
Oh, here we go. We got the Blackjack 21 camera angle.
Oh, Corey's working today. What's up?
What's up, Corey?
I'm just kidding. Corey is a fellow Ohio boy. Corey, we every Monday we come in and we just shake our heads at each other. You see Shador practiced? Now, the chatter now is Deshaun's going to come back this year, which, I mean, that would just be the cherry on top to a season like this.
Do I need to come over there? Oh. Shannon wants you to do a hair flip, Mojo. Wants you to take down the hair and do like a little...
How much money you got?
How much money do you have, Shannon?
I don't carry cash.
We got paid subscribers on the TMZ stream, or...
Yeah, do it.
I don't give this away for free, everybody.
Man.
Please.
Let me just use my massive arms to take out my hair tie.
You can't. Can you hear him?
You see this? Are you guys seeing this right now? Can we move the 2025 EHM Productions bottom 10th off of this thing for a second, just so you can see the full scale? Do I have to stand up a little bit? I mean, this is just crazy.
I don't see anything, Mojo.
I mean, this is
crazy.
Never made it as it was, man.
I love it. Now do the side pose. The side.
There you go. Blind man.
That's the one I love. Thank you, Mojo.
This is how you remind me.
Oh my God.
I love it.
You know, I haven't had a haircut since I started growing this mess.
Wow.
How long was that?
I haven't had a trim at all.
Was waiting on a different story.
Well, you look fabulous.
Grace keeps saying, like, this hair isn't even salvageable if I tried to donate it because it's all split and damaged or whatever.
How many inches does it need to be to give it to, like, Locks of Love?
The way you worded
no
that.
comment. 14 inches, maybe?
What are you guys thinking?
It was the way you worded it. It was pretty bad.
You can't say inches.
How many feet?
Fabio.
Haley Khalil.
Guys, I'm like
go to the
handsome as
website.
hell now.
You really are.
If I ever went back to pro wrestling, my gimmick would be totally different.
You're. I mean, not that you weren't before, but it's like extra sexy.
Extra. Okay. Oh, you guys, do we need to leave? Or?
Hi, Mojo.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm back at my desk.
Why? We're partying.
2 words. You're curious how
That's
long
why
Bab's hair is without hair products? I don't know. Like, what if you just did like what if you did like the Jaylen Brown, like when he came in the league, like the flat top?
Yeah,
used to have a man
I don't
bun.
know. I don't know how long it is. I'll take a picture of 2 words tonight, and we'll see.
Remember when you had a man bun?
That's what you need to be doing for Halloween, Babcock, is do something crazy different with your hair because you got the length.
I should.
Yeah. How long is that little thing sitting up there?
One time my hair was this long.
You should do emo bangs.
I don't know what this is during COVID.
What is this?
I didn't.
Interesting picture.
It was during COVID, and I just I kept
Is that still shaved on the sides?
It is. I'm just wearing it in a bun.
Were you wearing like a little beanie too? Like you got those big old beanies, you know? Maybe like some skinny jeans.
I just wear it in a bun. Here, I won't show you this picture. Here, that's pretty tall.
Oh my! I love the filter work on this.
I mean, it's high
compared to Skrillex's hair.
No filter.
No filter. I'm sure.
No filter, bro.
Okay.
Oh man, look at that.
That's AI.
It's not AI.
Babcock sends me AI selfies all the time.
No, I don't. You just think it's AI.
One time he was in a rocket ship, and he's like, "That's not AI, bro."
It's not AI. It's not AI, bro.
I just drove home.
I went to space with Katy Perry.
What is up on that?
We need to get a basketball hoop in here too.
That's not. There's one somewhere. Someone's got one around. They have one over in clearance.
Oh.
Shoot.
Shannon says she's gonna whoop our asses. 3, 2, buzzer beater. Bye, guys.